Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, a real estate investor helping you realize your dreams of owning a home or investing in one. What's been on everyone's mind lately is Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Many people thought that marriage was perfect, but Jada just confirmed and dropped the bombshell, letting everyone know that they have been living separately since 2016. I'll let you guys know that for years I've been hearing a whole lot of different rumors regarding their marriage, about extramarital affairs and what have you. And then when Will slapped Chris Rock in the face, I heard that the marriage was really on the rocks. But the person that told me that was not someone who I knew very well. She was a friend of a friend, and I know that they work with celebrities, but I still wasn't comfortable just, putting that out there. So now that Jada has made it official, and made it public, I figured, you know what? Let's use this as a learning tool, a learning moment, and see what you guys can pick up regarding what they're going through, and also when it comes to being separated and also real estate. Now, just so you guys are aware, they are not divorced on paper. She says that she's having a hard time actually going through with that, actually filing the paperwork. And I suppose Will is too, because this is a two-way marriage, right? Marriage is a two-way street. So neither one of them have filed. And I remember even Will saying that they really didn't want to go through a divorce. They wanted to work things out. And in the back of Jada's mind, she mentioned that she also wanted to work things out, but she just hasn't gotten around to it. Okay? So here's the thing. Even though they're not divorced on paper, I'm still not clear as to whether or not they're separated on paper, because you can be separated but not divorced legally in some states. Okay, so here's the deal. From what I understand, together they own 10 properties in different states. The states are California, Hawaii, and Pennsylvania. The property that they bought under the time that they were legally separated, that would not, if it was bought under just one person's name, then it would not be considered maritable property. When I look at certain reports, though, they list both names. So I'm not sure if they did it that way just to, make an impression, to keep up a facade, or if just Jada bought it, or if just Will bought whatever property they bought after 2016. But they definitely bought property before 2016 and after. Okay. Now, according to California law, anything that is bought during the marriage is marital property. But anything bought after the separation, and it has to be a legal separation, it doesn't have to be a divorce, a legal separation, then the properties, whatever property was bought during that time is not marital property. It belongs to whoever owned it. Okay, and then whatever is marital, whoever bought it, and whatever was bought under the marriage, that would be separated equally. Now, as far as Pennsylvania, as I mentioned, they have property there. In Pennsylvania, legal separation is prohibited. So nothing really gets separated in that state unless there is a full-on fledged divorce. Okay? But from what my understanding is, because I know some people in Pennsylvania, that whatever property you bought before you got married, that's your property. That's kept separate. Whatever you bought while you were married, then that is marital property between the two of you. All right. In Hawaii, things are a little bit different. Hawaii does also recognizes legal separation just like California. However, the way it's divided is different. Everything is up to the judge and what the judge finds fair. So whatever property you bought during the separation, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go to you. The judge may still find that your spouse still should have access to it. All right, and may decide to divide that up in the marriage. It all depends on the judge, whatever their opinion is. That's how Hawaii does things. So you see, that's why I always say that each state has their own laws. And as I also always mention, laws change. That's why you should never fully rely, even though I'm giving you some legal information that I looked up, you should never fully rely on any legal information that you get on YouTube or on the internet, period, because they could change and the internet may not be all that quick to update you on that change, right? And then the other thing that I know I've mentioned before in past videos is that if your friend has gotten a divorce in another state that you don't live in and that you don't own property in, you probably should hesitate when it comes to taking any advice from them. You know, oh, the judge gave me this, oh, this happened to me. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen to you if you got married or you live or you own property in different states. All right. I just want to put that out there. All right. Now, what is the difference between being legally separated and a divorce? A divorce is final. A legal separation is temporary. And whatever decrees a judge puts forth, the temporariness of it lasts for about 12 months or until a divorce is set, whichever comes first. All right. But there are a lot of people who get separated, but they never get divorced. And that's a legal separation. But just saying that you're divorced, that's not really legal. You know, even though you may live that way, if you don't go through the courts, that's not really considered a legal separation. I just want to put that out there. Now, here's another thing that you guys may want to take note of. Get a pencil and a paper because this is really important. Now, some of you may recall that Will invested with a company called Landis, I believe. And that company, what they do, that was done after the separation. So whatever shares of that company he has, because he bought this after the separation, Jada would not be able to take any profit from it. But let me just break down what Landis is all about. Landis is a startup company that is allowing people, particularly non-traditional, to be homeowners. here's what the company does. They buy a home that you want, that you like, and you get to live in that home. You make a 2 to 3% deposit towards the down payment, and then you rent it out. While you're renting that house out, they give you someone who is able to repair your credit, and you build up on your down payment. So this actually does make the home a lot more affordable. See, because a lot of you, while you're saving money up for the down payment, what's happening, what may happen often is that the price of the home increases. It doesn't always, but many times it appreciates. So trying to make that 20%, put that 20% down, that's difficult to do. It's hard for a lot of people. And they may say, oh my gosh, home ownership is far, far, far away. But no, what this particular company does is they'll buy it so they lock in on that price. Okay. And then once you're able to grow your mortgage, make a bigger down payment, then they sell it to you at whatever the price was that they bought it at for you. All right. So, and just so you know, this particular program is located in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, and Tennessee. So if you are in those particular states, you may want to check out that company. That Will Smith is not just sponsoring, but actually has put money into. Okay. And if those of you who've already applied to become a homeowner through this particular program, and you might be worried since Will Smith is one of the biggest investors in it, no need to fear, because if there was a legal separation, and since this was acquired after the separation, she can't touch it. And I don't think she would anyway, honestly. I just have that feeling. All right. So guys, that's basically what I wanted to share with you. I wanted you guys to see what the difference is between being separated and being divorced. I wanted you also to see how the different states handle certain things. Because, I've always said each state is really its own country. We really only get together just to pay taxes and to fight wars. All right. And I also wanted to show you guys how assets are divided. Okay. So that's all I have. Please feel free to pass this amongst your friends. Remember, each one, reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.